Hi, this is Mrs. Sheeler. This is just a quick overview of the math, how it's set up now. So I'm going to talk about math toolkits, math lessons, and the iReady resources. If you haven't picked up a math book or your math toolkits, you can pick them up at Truman. We're going to have a drive-by on Thursday, October 22nd. There will be more information about that coming out soon. If you can't pick one up, then I would recommend putting together a little toolkit. You can put it in a bag or a pencil box or a pencil pouch, anything to kind of keep the materials so they're ready when they need them for the lesson. Two-sided counters or anything to be used as counters. Mini erasers work good. Dried beans, you can make your own two-sided counters. Get the big white beans, and then you can use a Sharpie or spray paint to do one side. Pennies work, any kind of coins, anything you have around the house. You can even cut out circles or little squares out of paper. Two dotted dice, you could look at a game if you don't have any, or they do sell them at the dollar store or any kind of store, but two dice would be great. Connecting cubes, if you don't have connecting cubes, Legos or blocks would work. Also, I'll put some resources like a tin frame and a number line that can be used for some of the lessons also. All right, I wanted to kind of explain how the Ready Math lessons work. Each lesson has 5 different sessions. So the first session is Explore. So students draw on prior knowledge and make connections to new concepts. So that will be during our Zoom, whole group Zoom on Thursdays, our math Zoom. And there will be a link if you miss it so that they still can get that lesson. Then there's 2 developed lessons, and those are linked. That is session 2 and 3. And at the bottom, I'll show you in just a second, at the bottom there is a link for that lesson. And the students will do the pages along with the teacher. Then that's where the students develop strategies and understanding through problem solving and disclosure. So this program is really meant for children and students to really find different strategies and different ways of problem solving and being able to explain their thinking. And then there's refine lessons. Those are sessions 4 and 5. And that's where students deepen their understanding and strengthen their skills. So those are done on your own, and those are listed in Canvas also. Okay, here is how it looks in Canvas. There's the family letter, and you click on here, or it's in your math book at the beginning of the lesson. And it will tell you what that lesson for the week will be about. The family letter, it tells you what the learning will be for that week's lesson. Then you click on lesson. So this is lesson 3, session 2. So remember, session 1 was the whole group Zoom. So here's lesson 3, session 2, tells you what your learning target, if there's any kind of vocabulary. Then down here, you click on here, lesson 3, session 2, and that will take you to the lesson. Here are the pages if you don't have a math book. So then here is the math lesson, unit 1, lesson 3, session 2. It tells you right here what you're going to need, and there's a teacher that will walk them through the lesson. And here are the pages right here, which I have put on the Canvas page too, so everything you need to know. Then down here is more practice, so that's session 4 and 5, and so that you still do in your book. but you can do it on your own. So it tells you what you're going to need, the materials, and then the pages are here if you don't have a math book. The last thing is the quiz in each week. Make sure that you've done the lessons before you do the quiz, and the quiz papers are need to be printed out. Those are not in the math book. All right, then I want to talk about iReady. So iReady, there's a couple different things. There are the teacher assigned lessons, which are on the left-hand side, and then there's the My Path or learning games, interactive learning games that are on the left-hand side. So also I can assign comprehensive checks, and when we are able to do the diagnostic assessment, then that will tailor the My Path to the level that they are working on, and they'll look at different areas. So where they might need a little extra help, it might be lower, or where they are excelling, then it'll have lessons for them there. We are scheduled as kindergartners to take it in January, but hopefully we can take it before. One last thing, make sure to check out the unit flow video that is right below this one, and then that will explain the flow of the unit. I hope this was helpful, and happy learning.